In the cold, quiet hours of the morning, General Ignatius Kutu Acheampong was no longer a general. Stripped of his rank and honors, he was simply a prisoner. His mind, in these final moments, must have drifted back to a warning he had received. A letter from a former colleague, Lieutenant General Akwasi Afrifa. Afrifa had written, "In order to discourage the military from staging coups in the future, how about if they line all of us up and shoot us one by one?" It was a prophecy of vengeance, now coming true. Just 7 years earlier, Acheampong was the hero. He seized power, promising a revolution, an end to hypocrisy, and a Ghana built on self-reliance. Operation Feed Yourself made the nation a net exporter of food. His defiant cry of "Yentua, we will not pay," resonated with a people tired of foreign debt. But the revolution curdled. The idealism of 1972 was consumed by the cancer of kalabule, a local term for the rampant fraud and corruption that defined his regime. The man who denounced the greed of politicians became the head of a kleptocracy. The big men in his government wielded power to amass wealth, and a popular nickname for the regime emerged: Fa Woto Begye Golf, bring your backside for a golf. A mocking reference to officials giving Volkswagen Golf cars to their mistresses. While Ghanaians suffered shortages, the elite lived in obscene luxury. As his world collapsed, Acheampong's final desperate political move, a union government, or Unigov, was seen not as a solution, but as a cynical ploy to cling to power. The people, the students, the lawyers, they all rejected him. Now, in this cell, his daughter Elizabeth brought him his last meal, a final taste of home. As she prepared to leave, he gave her a message that was both a plea and an epitaph.
Tell everybody I was a good man, and pray for me.
Along with Major General Utuka, Acheampong was taken to a chapel to pray. Captain Budu Kumsin, the officer in charge, recalled Acheampong's quiet resignation. Utuka, by contrast, kept protesting that he had never received a trial.
The vengeance that is about to be unleashed on us.
At the execution site, a final, surreal delay. The stakes weren't ready. It was a moment of grim bureaucracy at the edge of death. Then, in a gesture that defined his public life, he waved his signature white handkerchief. Not in surrender, but as a final, silent farewell to the nation he once promised to redeem. He then removed his watch, handing over the last measure of his time. A man once accused of recklessly dissipating state funds now gave away his final personal possession. Captain Kumsin placed a hood over his head and offered a final, solemn salute. The life of Ignatius Acheampong ended not just for treason, but for kalabule, for the golf cars and the stolen millions, for the promise of a revolution that became a byword for corruption. He was the visionary who saw the trap of foreign debt, but who fell into the trap of absolute power. He was the man who wanted to be remembered as good, but whose rule became a lesson in how quickly idealism can rot into tyranny. His tragedy was not just his own, but a reflection of a continent's struggle, a cautionary tale of vision, power, and the vengeance that follows when that power betrays the people.